Hey guys, welcome back. Hello, Vosros. Oh, hang on, my phone is telling me I'm streaming. I would probably want to go ahead and watch that. Why don't I do that? Welcome, Vosros. Welcome, everyone else. It's more RimWorld, because why not? It's Friday. Alright, I am now officially liking myself. Yay, I have such good self-esteem. Okay, what were we doing the last time we were here? Right, we captured Dave Navarro of Jane's Addiction and Inkmaster fame. We've captured him, so that's very good. We'll have him eventually. Pausley, welcome. Jules, welcome. You're my ironing entertainment. I'm pretty sure that's a compliment, Pausley. Jace, welcome. My goodness, the door's just getting kicked down right now. Welcome, all of you guys. Welcome. So we captured Dave Navarro of Jane's Addiction and Inkmaster. And Penge is feeding him right now, which is good. Dave Navarro is a little skinny. Let's see if we can beef him up a little bit. Can I please have a shout out? Yay. Yeah, sure. Welcome, Jace Greatness. I guess. Is that a shout out? I'm not very good at those, actually. I'm terrible at those. I think you're actually literally the first person to ever ask me to do that. So welcome, Chase Greatness. Pausley is Ironing Man, the lesser known superhero. Pausley, let's be honest here, Pausley. You don't need my help. Okay, you don't need a shout-out from Wee Hours. Wee Hours needs a shout-out from you, is how that works. You are doing just fine by yourself, and deservedly so. You put the work in, you got the results. So no complaints there on your part. Right, Dave Navarro's here. Okay. Oh, I wanted to work on the wall. Hang on. Wait a minute. Oh, I see why I have to approve that. There we go. Hang on, Policy. There we go. Bird Braids, welcome. I looked away for 2 seconds and my puppy destroyed a pillow. That's how puppies work, Bird Brains. That's how puppies work. They're kind of famous for it, actually. So the Great Wall that we're building here, Alex is out working on that. Alex is our new guy, right? Alex is the guy we traded for the dead guy, who has apparently finally rotted away enough that he's no longer a colonist. So we had a bit of a raid. Alex joined the team, and we captured Dave Navarro, and so we traded 2 colonists for 1. I think that's a fair trade. The Great Wall is progressing. Slowly, but progressing. What do we got in terms of stone blocks? We got a fair bit of granite. Okay, cool. Well, let's make some more stone blocks. Let's get that done. Make anything you feel. I don't care what you feel. Just make something. Make like, I don't know, that many of them. And let's keep moving on the Great Wall. Let's get, what did I say I just had a ton of? Slate and granite? Yeah, cool. Let's do a granite wall, sort of in this direction. Granite, there we go. Bring that down here, and then, yeah, sort of in this direction. And then we'll bring it down like this. And then I'm putting yet another trap corridor in there because you can't have too many trap corridors. I also built a new chair. Really? I had no idea you had furniture making skills. That's pretty cool. I can't make furniture. I mean, yeah, the puppy will destroy it. Vosros isn't wrong. The puppy's totally going to destroy it. But, good job on you anyway. That seems very non-destructive of you. That's for someone who is, militarily based, building a chair is it a chair that you put in a tank? Please say yes. Because if it's a chair that you put in a tank and then drive the tank, put it together. Okay, gotcha, like IKEA kind of thing. Right on. Okay, right. Well, you're still doing better than me. We have IKEA stuff here in the house, and it's not put together ideally. It's not how it looks in the pictures anyway. I can only destroy. Can you still put the IKEA chair in a tank and then drive the tank around and blow things up? Please say yes. That would really make me happy if that were a thing you were doing. All right, more wall, more trap corridors, more everything. Oh, hang on. Whoa. A cougar is hunting Harriet. Unacceptable. The insane animals are back. Where is Harriet? Okay, I don't care. Everybody, just draft yourselves up. Everybody get over here. We are killing the cougar before it gets to Harriet. And release, well, I was going to say release the Warpackas. One of the Warpackas is Harriet. So that probably won't work out well. Shoot. Yes. No, don't hunt it. Shoot it. Yes, there we go. Shoot that, please. Attack that. Thank you very much. And kill it very, very quickly because, it's got eyes on Harriet. Yeah, oh yeah, everyone's in on this. Harriet is joining the fray. So, ow, 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 ow. More killing, less being not killed. There we go. Okay, everybody can undraft themselves. Thank you very much, team. Well done. Stabby, do you want to just finish the job here? No, don't rescue the cougar. That would be silly. Melee attack the cougar to death. You're Stabby. That's what you're good at. You are putting your puppy outside. Sounds fair, unless there are any chairs out there, in which case, probably not a good idea. Stabby is taking a very long time to stab the cougar. A cougar revenge. Well, I think we can live with the cougar revenge because it's not going to be very revengeful. Well done, Stabby. That'll be some food. What else is going on? There's a psychic soothe. Everyone will be a little chill, and we can get rid of that. Okay. Back to the Great Wall. Engie's back making stone blocks. That's good. We've done gas operation. Fantastic. I'm gonna start on a pig. Welcome. Stabby respects other predators. That's why she wanted to rescue the cougar. You're not wrong. But then we made Stabby stab the cougar in the stabbiest possible way that one can stab. The cougar has been stabbed all sorts of times. I'm gonna take a chance on researching fabrication, which is a terrible idea because we can't make the fabrication bench. I'm really just kind of hoping that a trader turns up with an advanced component or two, because that's what we're lacking. Can't really progress much further. Oh dear, the hospital is rather full. Rather full of people. Mech's in there, Sion's in there, Frog is in there. I think Sion was in there from the last time. We had the boom rat incident. Dave Navarro, how are you actually doing in terms of being a prisoner? 26.2% resistance. It's going to take you a while, Dave. It's going to take you a while. I'm having a Flintstones doodat in my head. Will the puppy come back in the window and put Fred, a.k.a. Birdbrains, out next? Ah, you see what you're doing there. Yes, that would be delightful. Although we'd never know, because Birdbrains would not be near a computer to tell us. But only the saber-tooth house cats do that. I see. Yeah, gotcha. What else do we really need to do around here? I'm basically waiting for an advanced component. That's pretty much my goal right now. We've got plenty of food. And the cougar's being hauled in to be butchered, which is excellent. Plenty of food. We have no shortage of food whatsoever. Engie's still working on stone blocks. The barn is good with the heater. Yeah, we're kind of in RimWorld downtime where nothing is particularly happening. I guess we'll make a couple more statues in case a trader turns up. Somebody can get working on that. Mostly I'd just like to finish the wall. That would be my number one goal, is finishing the Great Wall so that when people come to kill us, which they will. Yes, you did hear your name, Birdbrains. We were saying that if your dog put you out of the house, Fred Flintstone style, we'd never know about it because you wouldn't be near a computer. Sort of downtime always makes me a little tense. Yeah, RimWorld's always ready to throw something at you, and then sometimes it isn't, which makes it even more nerve-wracking because you're sort of sitting and waiting for something really, really incredibly awful to happen. What have we got a lot of here? This is slate. Slate wall is not necessarily my ideal, but it ain't nothing. Let's get a slate wall coming down here. I want to get this building in there. Not the building, rather. The power whoozy McWhat's it. Maybe another little trap corridor there might be fun. Let's put one there. And that can come out there. I know, we don't need this many trap corridors. It's totally useless. But it's not totally useless because it also frees up people from hunting. They won't need to hunt if we've got trap corridors because the animals will just wander in, get killed, and we just go and collect the remains. It's very simple. So, door... actually, let me lay out the traps first. Hang on. Where is security? Do I have steel? How am I doing on steel? I feel like I'm a little low on the old steel there. Or indeed, do I have any at all? Wait, do I have any resources? Okay, I have a little bit of steel. Not a lot of steel. We need more steel. We need more everything. We need stuff. One there. Put one right at the front, too, just in case. One there, and one there. And then doors can go there. That's probably about all we need. Okay, cool. Everybody get working on that. Very Evil Genius style trap corridors. It was almost a terrible Freudian slip there. Just wait till Evil Genius 2. I'm waiting for Evil Genius 2, and I'm also waiting for... Oh, the name of it is completely escaping me right now. But there's a game about basically being the Q department from James Bond, and I'm kind of trying to remember what it is. Hang on, I'm actually going to go look, because that's just going to bug me until I remember it. I know it's in my wish list somewhere, and I'm just kind of, yes, I know that, Steam. Thank you very much. What the heck? Oh, that's going to bug me. Where did it go? Hang on. Everybody hang on, because otherwise I'm just going to spend the rest of this stream trying to think of the name of this game. I know it's somewhere down here. I just saw it today. Oh, Quartermaster. That's it. Speaking of Q department, Quartermaster. That's the one I'm looking for. Or looking forward to. It's basically a simulation game about being the Q department and making insane weapons and then, I don't know, probably killing people with them. Sion's fully healed. Good news. Good news. Frog, what kind of damage did you actually take in that? Couple of scratches. Mech, couple of bruises. Everyone will be fine. It's all going to be 100% fine. Q's worthy successor who's constantly stressed. I'm R. No, John Cleese was R. John Cleese was R. That was made very clear. There was Q, and then there was R, and R was John Cleese. I suppose I could be S or T, maybe W. I'm going to be W. I don't know why. It's just a fun letter to say. How's the wall coming, guys? Or is it just nap time? It's kind of nap time, isn't it? Okay, let's just blaze this through to the next day. Low medicine. Oh, we could probably do something about that. Do we have any heal root kicking around these days? I don't know that we do. But just in case, why don't we make some medicine? I don't know if we have heal root, but I feel we probably should somewhere. I know we're growing it. It's just probably not ready. It's not ready for harvest. I can see that very clearly. W as in woo. Yes, or W just as in W, because it's a fun letter to say. It's got lots of the things that you have in when you're saying words. Yeah, wow. Okay, so can't speak English today. Right on syllables. That's what I was trying to say. Syllables, which in and of itself also has a lot of syllables. There's excessive amount of syllables in the word syllable. Ha! I need something to drink. Frog, when do you feel you're going to be out of bed? Probably pretty soon. Okay, I'm going to need all hands on deck. Frog's fully healed. Super. I kind of need all hands on deck for the building of the wall. We are getting the wall done today, and we're making other colonists pay for it. Payu, I couldn't help noticing that you're in bed, doing nothing at all. Okay, valuable contribution to the team there. In your office, all the M&Ms are flipped over, and you think they're WWs and feel very honored. All the WWs are for me. That's all I have to say. There are WWs downstairs. We, obviously went through the Christmas season, and for Mrs. Dave and I, that usually just means a ton of candy in our stockings, and indeed it did. Indeed it did. Our snack drawer is overflowing with chocolatey things right now. Overflowing, and it's not an exaggeration. I mean, you open up the drawer and it explodes out at you. But fear not. I'm sure by the end of the weekend it'll all be gone. I know how she and I work. Oh, Redfoot's giving a bite to eat to Dave Navarro. Good job. How you doing, Dave? How's your health these days? Oh, right. You're... Ironically, Dave Navarro is addicted to alcohol and smoke leaf. Who knew? Who could have possibly known that? And we shot your left pinky and your right toe off. But, yeah, you have a drug and alcohol dependence. Nobody is surprised by that, Dave Navarro. I've seen Jane's Addiction. I know how you guys roll. I have chocolate in my socks. Did you forget to take the M&Ms out again? Once my dad ate all the chocolate candy from the tall mix jar and replaced them with M&Ms. What's wrong with that? M&Ms are perfectly good candy. I would be okay if somebody ate my candy but replaced it with M&Ms. That would be an acceptable alternative. No, because they had M's on them, but because they included blue. Okay, so your family does not like blue M&Ms? I'm confused on your chocolate policy in your home, Anonopig. How does this go down? If I were a visitor to your house and I brought chocolate, would I not be allowed in the house if they included blue M&Ms? I really need some details on this, because I'm not saying I'm coming to your house with chocolate. I don't know where you live, for a start. And P.S., all chocolate lives with us. Mrs. Dave and I have a firm policy on that. But if I were, theoretically, to come to your house with chocolate, would blue M&Ms get me barred? Would you just open up the door, see the blue M&Ms, and slam the door in my face? Blue really are in trouble now. I think they are, Phosphorus. I think they are. I think Anonopig has a very firm policy about what sort of candy is going to enter the Anonopig home. And I don't think I'm allowed in. I don't see a problem with blue M&Ms. I think they're perfectly fine. Redfoot, what are you doing? Oh, you're attempting to recruit Dave Navarro. Good. Tell him that Jane's Addiction show was really, really good, and he should go back to doing that and a little less of the game show hosting. Random fact with bird brains. During World War II, American warships were limited in size due to them having to fit through the Panama Canal. This really affected them when they encountered Japanese battleships that were not limited in size. Could they not just be really long and thin? Really, really long and thin. Or I suppose if the Panama Canal curved, that would probably be a bit of a hiccup. But yeah, just really long, thin ships. So you can stand like one person on the deck in a big old line. Just a long line of sailors. And they can't stand two abreast. Frog, what are you doing? Oh, you're harvesting hay. Good move, actually. Good move. And you know what? On that move, while you're thinking about that, I'm going to expand this zone so we can store more hay. Because that'll get the animals through the eventual winter that's coming. Oh, right, and we have our chocolate trees. Yeah. And it's summer. We're probably... Damn, these take a long time to grow. Who knew trees took so long to grow? Oh, dear, there's a raid. There's a raid. There's a raid. I do not have my trap corridors ready. Yeah, okay. One with a gun, one with a knife. I don't know what Maker is doing. But there's only 3 of them. Oh, we are so not prepared for this. So not prepared for this. Okay. I really wish my wall was up, but it's not, so we're going to have to make do. Okay, team, assemble, down here-ish, sort of. And then we'll figure it all out from there. They're attacking immediately. Oh, Payu's kind of caught out of position there. Keep a moving there, Payu. Keep a moving. Yeah, just hustle on up there. We're just going to get a big old line and shoot the bejesus out of these people. The Warpackas are moving in. Excellent. We may have to release the Warpackas for this one. You've got a pistol. You get out front. Payu, you have nothing to do here. Go over there. You have literally nothing to do. Stabby, you hang at the back and see if we need to stab anyone. We probably will. Over there with the machine pistol. All right, everyone start moving. Sion, you have a bow. That's terrible. And Penge, you get over here. Okay, team, the shooting has begun. Alex, there we go. Anyone want to... Okay, he's dead. He's dead. Oh, they've got incendiary launchers. They've got some sort of big thing. They just shot me with a bomb. I think it was a frag grenade. Yeah, he's got frag grenades. I can only imagine Nadine probably has frag grenades. That's kind of how, these things tend to work. Come down here, and also, let's all release the Warpackas. Yes, release the Warpackas, please. All the Warpackas go to war. Oh, okay, hang on. Right. The rest of them are fleeing, and we've got another prisoner. Good, Dave Navarro's going to have a friend. That's going to be really cool. That's good. So do that, and Redfoot, just go quickly capture Nadine. You can have her gun. You can definitely have the frag grenades. We'll bury this guy in the Hall of the Dead at some point. Who are you? Who are you, Sheer? Where did you come from? Is there a trading caravan here that I'm not aware of? Okay, that was weird. Who are you? Or are you just the other one who's running away? You're just running away. Okay, that's fine. Run away. That's totally fine. Once in Ark, I tried to raise an army of war dodos. It semi-worked. I imagine. I kind of had a hankering to play Ark, but I just can't. No. Just no. There's so many things that I want to play. I just don't have the time. So playing Ark is just not a concept right now. Redfoot, you want to hustle that up a little bit? Because Nadine here ain't getting any healthier. She's bleeding out here, man. If you wanted to hustle that up. So I've looked at Ark several times. In my mind, I want to play it. But then I say, no. I have way too many other games to play. It's a little ridiculous at this time. Okay. Remind me who our best medic is. I think it's Stabby. Yeah, Stabby's decent. I don't know if it's our best medic, but decent. Go ahead and tend to Nadine kind of quickly if you can, Stabby, because I feel Nadine is not long for this world. Yeah, no, 6 hours before Nadine bleeds out. So probably go ahead and hustle up on that. And actually, while I say that, she can actually have the good medicine. Yeah, she can have the good medicine. Go ahead and get that. Stabby, come here again. I might have to tell you to do that again. Yeah, I'm going to tell you to do it again so you grab the good medicine. I've heard it's a resource hog, so even if I had a decent computer, I'd be a little hesitant to try it. I haven't heard that, but that sounds about right. I wouldn't say that was wrong. Really enjoyed watching Zisto's playthrough of it a few years back. Birdbrains, you're out of here already? I do these things early to catch the European folks. All right, well, thank you for coming by, Birdbrains. You know that. I'm just kidding with you. I'm just kidding. Thank you for coming by. Hope your puppy doesn't destroy yet more things. So, keep an eye on the old chairs there as you're going along. Right, Stabby. Nadine, gunshot wound is dealt with. Okay, death in 15 hours. We're taking care of this. We are taking care of this. Super. And Mech is already working on Dave Navarro. Good. This is going to work out well. This is 2 new colonists we're going to have. Let's start working on recruiting Nadine. She can probably chit-chat with Dave Navarro. That'll be nice for her, anyway. I wonder if I should put a TV in the prisoner room. It's not a terrible idea. It would kind of give them something to do, I guess. Yeah, we'll think about that. We might do that. Oh, Alex, how did you... you took a little bit of a knock there. How did you fare in that? Okay, yeah, we need to do cochlear implants for you at some point when we learn bionics. You've got shot several times. Oh, that's what that big explosion was. It was a shotgun. Okay, that makes sense. Right, so you've been shot multiple times. You ain't getting out of the hospital for a while. Not even a little bit. Will it make them turn faster? Will what make them turn faster? Tuna Games Madness, let's buy Dave more. Oh, Fosteros, your own generosity has been... incredulous, I think, is the only word I can possibly describe. And, of course, welcome, and I'm very, very grateful for it. But incredulous might be the right word. You are eternally generous to the channel and a huge supporter of it. I learned that TV, the hospital makes them happier. Will it make them turn? Oh, like recruit. Okay, I see what you're saying there. Right, okay, you jumped on a conversation train and I was still on the platform. I get, fax machines and hula hoops. Those are totally next. Yes, a TV will... I know a TV in the regular hospital will make people cheerier about being in the hospital. What I'd love to do is get Nadine over to one of these other beds, which I can't really do because I can't tell her to do anything. And then I could put a TV there and it would hit all 3 beds. Right now I can basically choose to have Navarro watching a TV or Nadine. I'll have a think about it because we don't have unlimited components. So I don't want to blow all of those on the prisoners, although you might be right, Anonapig. It might actually recruit them faster. If I were to do that, game. If I were to do that. I suppose I could just wait till Nadine gets up and then delete that bed. But let's do, what is that? Recreation? Recreation. Do a television sort of here. This will totally, I totally need to put it where this bed is. Okay, for right now, Dave Navarro can watch TV. He can watch old episodes of Ink Master. It'll be fun for him. Although I did buy Vampire was on sale and haven't started it yet. I liked it. As I say, I didn't really get that far into it, but I very much enjoyed it. It's a solid game. I didn't really have any complaints about it. My only complaint is I don't have enough time to play them. That's it. It's as simple as that. I would love to get back into playing that. I would love to get State of Decay, Conan Exiles. I want to play all of these. I just don't have the time. And now Disco Elysium has hit the scene. And boy, is that just a messed up fever dream that is weirdly brilliant. I don't even know how to accurately describe Disco Elysium. It's just weird. And yet at the same time, completely brilliant. I'm not even sure it's a game. I think it's a psychological experiment. But, good. Dave Navarro's getting some food, and Nadine's getting some food. Good. When, you're not going to die, right, Nadine? No, we've tended to all of your issues, of which there are many. Wow, we shot you a lot. We shot the heck out of you. Boy, we just shot and shot and shot you until we ran out of bullets. Oh, Stabby's in here watching TV. Speaking of TV, that's fun. I like that. Stabby, are you wicked happy about that? Your recreation is satisfied? Okay, good enough. Good enough. You're sweaty, you slept in the heat, you have minor pain, and your father, Ignat, died because you killed him. So, little column A, little column B there, Stabby. You were the one who did the killing. Investigate, deduct, dance like a drunk detective. Oh, I did all of those things. Well, actually, I didn't get to investigating or deducting. I'm definitely a drunk detective. I'm refusing to wear pants. I'm absolutely refusing to wear pants. Right now, my character has one shoe, his underwear, a blazer, and a shirt, and nothing else. That's about what's going on there. Nadine did have that incendiary launcher, so I feel your over-enthusiasm was justified. I wasn't actually. Now that I look at it, it wasn't an incendiary launcher. She had a shotgun. That's what the big kaboom was. I thought it was an incendiary launcher, but if it were an incendiary launcher, we'd all be on fire. So that didn't happen. It was just a big kaboom from a shotgun because Alex here has all sorts of shotgun wounds. Right. Oh, we've already picked up the corpse. Good for us. Well done. How's the wall coming? Very slowly. Very, very slowly. Although, we're getting there. I probably have 2 more big legs of it to do. And then not so much anymore. We'll throw in a few more trap corridors. I need steel. That's what I really need. I have no resources around here. We're going to have to make virtually everything from stone, which is not a bad thing. It's just a time-intensive thing. We just really, I know I said this the day we landed, but we just really drew a terrible map for basic resources, just fundamental resources like steel. Yeah, we've kind of bisected all of these hills here and not really found anything. There's a bunch of steel over here we've been working on, and there's a couple of more little blocks here that we could dig out. That'll work. Anything up in here? Oh, what is this? Steel? Oh, yeah, okay, so we do have some. Fair enough. Everyone, try to take all of this out without the mountain actually falling down on us. That would be the goal and the ideal. Right. Now what? Read the game's AI will start throwing events at you to keep the colonists under a certain number, but I think you're still safe. Yeah, I've heard that. I'm trying to think of other colonies I've done. I think I've gotten up to, I'm going to say 13 or 14 before the insanity started. So, and by insanity, I just mean it just got crazy. We'd get constantly raided with like the paratrooping raiders that the walls don't defend against because they just drop out of the sky. So yeah, I'm sure there is a limit where the game will just say, and we're going to start coming and killing you. I've kind of hit it. I couldn't tell you where. How many do I have right now? 3, 6, 9, 11, and 2 more to come. So that'll be 13 eventually, if nothing else happens. Yeah, there is a point where the game's like, let's start killing everyone, but I believe I've had 13 or 14 at any given point. Sounds interesting to... Oh, are you talking about Disco Elysium? Yeah, it's insanity. It's absolutely insane. It's ridiculous. I don't really aptly know how to describe it. It's technically an RPG. And that means nothing if you start playing it. The opening of the game is the game trying to convince you not to play the game. So you're having an argument with your own brain about whether or not you should even play this game. So it starts from there. That's the opening. And then it starts to get even weirder. Feels a bit ham-fisted when the game uses its organic storytelling as a selling point, but I can understand the game can only handle so many colonists. Yeah, there's got to be a tap-out point where it just can't handle this much math, I would assume, in terms of what everyone is doing and what everyone is feeling. Harriet and Charlotte are here. Welcome. Welcome. Harriet, you narrowly avoided disaster. There was a cougar coming to kill you, Harriet, and we fended it off, and you had no injuries. We went out and shot the cougar, and then we ate the cougar, because I'm all set with having my animals killed. We've lost Phosphorus the monkey. We lost Ambi the kitty cat. I'm not losing any of the war packas. So, good news, we fended off that attack. Did you know with Bobcat, welcome Bobcat, Veronica Lake classic film noir peekaboo haircut was so popular during World War II that the War Department labeled it a threat to the war effort. Yes, I often think of haircuts as a threat to the war effort. Oh, Nadine's already up and walking. Oh, good. If she gets out of bed, I can just delete this bed and then move the TV over one, and the TV will hit all 3 colonists, all 3 prisoners, rather, if those beds are full. Women who tried to copy it kept getting their hair caught in machinery in factories. This led to the actress making a propaganda film to popularize the Liberty Cuts. Yes, indeed, lucky you, Harriet. Yes, we saw that coming. We dealt with the cougar. Cougar didn't even get a paw on you before, well, we shot it a lot. And then Stabby had to come in and stab it to death afterwards rather than rescue it. And now it's lunch. Somewhere in here, there's a whole bunch of cougar meat that we are now... Boy, we've got a lot of food. Holy moly, we've got a lot. And there's plenty more coming. There's tons that we haven't even gotten out of the ground yet. Yeah, we're fine for food. I have no problems with food. Wouldn't mind getting this heal root so we can fill that bill to make medicine. We are a little low on medicine, but I think we'll basically be okay. Better take my dog down before she winds up cross-legged. That's the strangest sentence I've heard in a very, very long time. A very, very long time. I better take my dog down before she winds up cross-legged. That sounds like something that should be in Disco Elysium. And it would have no reference. You'd just be presented with that sentence, and then you'd have to find your keys or something. That's possibly the weirdest thing I've heard, certainly today. Certainly today. I mean, the day's still young, but certainly today. There's a time and place for fancy do's and being around machinery, isn't it? Oh, fancy do's haircut. Got it. Yep. Yes, right. People were using resources to maintain it. Hairspray, hair gel, combs. Combs, maybe they didn't want combs used because the materials could be used for bullets or something. I don't know. I don't know how combs work. I have very little hair left anymore. Mech's in here with a chance with Nadine. Speaking of which, how's Dave Navarro doing? Dave, where you at? 21.3. Yeah, Dave Navarro is going to be a prisoner for a very long time. Basically, until I convince him to go back to Jane's Addiction. I don't even care if he goes back to the colony. I'd just like to see a new Jane's Addiction album. That's all I want. Sims walk like this when the bladder needs get low. Ah, okay. Got it. Okay. I think the word that threw me off there was down. If you had said, I better take my dog out before she winds up cross-legged, that would have made all the sense in the world. It was the down that threw me off. Okay, yes, you should totally go do that. Yeah, you should 100% do that. We apparently have a lot of dog issues in chat. Dogs are destroying chairs. Dogs need to be taken out or down, as the case may be. It was the down that threw me off. Oh, it makes so much more sense now that I put out in its place. No, it's not an Englishism at all. The cross-legged part, we say that too. It was the down part that just completely made no sense to me. Low, Psychic Sooth is ending. Still with the low. Who still keeps having tattered clothing? I can only make pants so quickly, guys. I don't know why we all have to wear pants. It seems excessive. What are we doing here? How many meals do we have? Oh, plenty. Plenty of meals. No shortage of meals. Any progress on the wall, guys? A little bit. It's a few holes in it, I notice. Yeah, we're moving real slow on the walls. Maybe I should up people's priority for construction. That would not be the absolute worst idea in the world. Who's good at construction? Well, I mean, anyone can do it. Yeah, 13, 12. People are basically okay with construction. You're terrible, Frog. Don't construct anything ever. Never, ever construct anything. Yeah, that's fine, actually. We'll just leave it as is. Nadine, if you want to get out of bed, I'd like to destroy your bed at any point. It says you can walk. Get up and walk. What is your health? It keeps saying you can walk. Yeah, no, you're still really in pain. You're grossly in pain. Speaking of nothing in particular except for regular resources, let's chop some trees down. Let's do that. That seems like a fun thing to do. Don't really need the wood as much as I need the steel, but wood is good. To add to the dog thing, I broke my elbow when taking my dog out for a walk, slipped on some mud, and elbow dropped the floor. Ow! Oh, that just hurt saying it. Oh, that sounds really, really bad. I hope you're okay. You broke your elbow, so you're not okay. You're totally not okay. But I hope you feel better, if that's better. Or I hope it feels better anyway. So yeah, you're not going to be okay. If you broke your elbow and you went to the doctor's not going to say there's nothing wrong with you. He's going to say, yeah, you broke your elbow. Bet that hurts. And then he'd probably do something medical to you. I don't know what they do for elbows. Give you a new one. I don't know. I'm just in RimWorld mode where I just think bionic elbow. But yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry that happened to you, and I hope it feels better soon. Sion, you're moving real quick. What's your deal? What are you up to? Oh, you're hauling blocks. Okay, good. Yeah, do that. Totally do that. Make more blocks so we can make more wall. I don't know why I'm checking, but how's the wall coming, guys? Mech, where are you going? You're digging at steel. Oh, good, we need that. Yeah, do that. That's a very justifiable thing for you to be doing. Although, we probably don't need... Oh, geez, Farbrooks, watch out for the spike traps. Oh, they're not actually active. Never mind. They're just the idea of spike traps. Okay, well done. That's a long way. I don't think we need the animals outside the compound, really. I don't think that's a good idea. Where's my zones? Where's, what do I want to do? I don't want to expand the home area. I want to expand allowed areas. Yeah, there we go. And I don't want to expand it. I actually just want to change it. Shrink zones. Except not that. Okay. And you know what? I'm just going to make... Oh, no, animals. There we go. So they can just kind of squeak out of the wall there. I would like to expand that area a little bit. You guys can all be up here. But don't be in here. No, I don't want that at all. I want to make a whole new area. You know what? I just want a whole new area. Just get rid of that. Thank you. Yeah, clear that area. So drag that down there. You don't need to be in there. You don't need to be outside of the wall ever. Get all that out of there. But you don't need to be in the storage area. Yeah, this is an old zone, clearly. Get out of there. Just get out of all of that. Now I'll expand your area. So you can now be, good news, in here. You can have all of this. You can have all of that. I'm sure there's plenty of good grazing up there. You can have all of this down here if you want it. I hope the slip was a while ago and now you're healed up and it's just a memory. Yeah, that would be ideal. That would be a very good thing. Yeah, all of this. This can be all animal area. You can all go a grazing around here, and then I'll change this again if we add more to the compound. Okay, there we go. And let me actually make sure. Oh, speaking of animals, apparently we own an ibex ram now. Well, super. Okay. Well, you live in the new zone. So animals. Let's make sure the animals are actually in the animals because they're not. So rooster, hen, ibex ram number 1, super. Charlotte, Farbrooks, and Harriet, you guys all need to go to the animal zone, except Wise Guy the cat. He can go wherever he wants. Happened last Thursday. I felt no pain, which is lucky. Just a lot of numbness. Yeah, I bet. And discomfort, and had metal plates and bars put in. Ooh, ouch. Ouch. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I hope it... I mean, I'm glad it's not, like, specifically horribly painful. But that sounds like a big deal to go through. Is this our new Ibex Ram? Yeah, it's Ibex Ram number 1. That's my favorite Ibex Ram. I don't really know what to do with you. There's no specific... You can probably fight. You might end up being a war Ibex. Yeah. You're probably going to be a war Ibex at some point, because those horns look real nasty. I bet you can do some damage with that thing. Payu's watching TV, which is not a valuable contribution, but it is a contribution. Stabby's out stabbing trees down. Well done, Stabby. Appreciate that. What else is going on? How's the wall coming, guys? Yeah, we're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. Not really any progress down here at all. We have plenty of blocks. I'm not sure what the problem is. And we are working on some other ones, right, guys? Right? Not seeing people doing this. Let's make sure we've got plenty queued up. Just make a bunch of them. Thank you. All right, what else do we need to do around here? Oh, we're already taming the ibex. Good. Good. Well, there's plenty of food for the animals. I'm okay with the amount of food. How's Nadine on the old prisoner status? 17.3. Nadine's getting worn down pretty quickly. How many empty bedrooms do I have? 1. And maybe just 1. Oh, no, 2. Okay, I can theoretically get those 2 colonist bedrooms. I kind of want to queue up some more furniture for those bedrooms, but at the same time, I want to focus on the wall, because that is very slow going. I mean, they are working on it, but I don't want to... Oh, wait, we have rhinoceroses here. Should we be aware of that? Do I want a rhinoceroses? I totally do. You are a male rhinoceros. You are also a male rhinoceros. That's not going to work out so well biologically if we want to be breeding rhinocerisms. But a war rhinoceros, that's got to be good for the team, right? That's got to be good. Somebody tame that. Oh, we can't. Oh, no, we can. We can. It's a 10% chance of them, killing us if we fail, but I'm willing to take that chance. Once people get taken prisoner, I'm surprised you have to convert them, not like they have many other options. No, they don't. No. Although, I think it's more of a Stockholm Syndrome thing. I mean, they probably really hate us, because we shot them, and then we put them in prison. And I'm going to tell you right now, I would not be inclined to like a person who did that. But eventually we Mike Tyson them into loving us, and then everything's fine. Plurals were one of my favorite parts of your Parkosaurus series. I don't know how to pronounce. I don't know what the plurals of dinosaurisms is. It just is. Oh, we're working more on the wall. I thought you were going out to tame someone, but no, we're working on the wall. Excellent. So I don't know. Is it rhinoceri, rhinoceroses, visitors? I know how to say that word. Visitors might have a few items to trade. Okay, I'll be the judge of that. Why don't you hustle down here? And when you get down here, we'll see if you've got anything cool to trade. Because we did just finish a new sculpture. So if you wanted to buy that, we might want to sell it. And if I'm really, really super lucky, you've got an advanced component on you somewhere. Because I desperately need one of those. Really, really badly. Okay, Stabby, I think you're also our best negotiator, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. Social of 7... no, sorry, it's Mech. Mech is our best negotiator. Yeah, go trade with this guy. See if he's got an advanced component on him. Paleontologist Dave is awesome. Yeah, I'm all about the paleontology-ing. Paleontologizing? Whatever it is, I'm do it. Yeah. If carrying a dog outside steps in pitch black is trying what's got to be like in the Flame and the Flood with that dog, I don't know. I just installed that. I'm going to have, hopefully, maybe a little peek at it later on after the stream. But I also, the winter sale just happened too, and other folks have been generously gifting and supporting the channel, so other games have come in, like Disco Elysium. Components you've got. So long story short, I got a ton of games to go through. I got a ton of stuff to go through, and I have very little time to do it. But several of them will be making it on the channel. I've made some decisions about that, so there will be a bit of a refresh going on the channel. So how much do you want for those components? Quite a bit. I don't actually have unlimited money. Wow, you got nothing. You really don't have anything I want. I mean, you technically have medicine that I need, but I ain't buying it. If I wanted to buy that, oh, you have one. You have one component. Yeah, it does say one right there. Okay, I'll buy your one component, I guess. So I was, obviously with the Steam sale, and I've just got a ton of stuff that I've never put on the channel, and I want to, so there's going to be several things that get refreshed. Some things will come to an end, and some things will start up. Hopefully a little bit more variety. Plenty of games for another 30 in 30 days. Yes, that would actually be a great idea, except that was not good for the channel and really not very good for me, if I'm honest. That was very stressful to put together. I'd have to kind of stop every series and just do that. And I don't think with my work schedule that would work out, because I have very, very limited time. I basically get about a couple hours in the morning and maybe, if I choose to, an hour in the evening to work on the channel. I have a lot less time than I used to. So long story short, which it won't be because I've never told a short story in my life, 30 games in 30 days would be fantastic. I don't think I have the time to put that together. It didn't do well for the channel. It was a lot of viewer fatigue. I love doing it, and it really it perked some interest in, like, hey, there's a game I've never heard of. Where did this thing come from? Some of them did well, some of them didn't do well, etc., etc., etc. But in terms of viewer fatigue, because I was basically running 2 videos a day for 30 days, that's a lot of viewer fatigue. And that's a very real thing where, even I as a viewer, I don't want my favorite YouTubers putting out a bunch of stuff every day, because I just don't have that kind of time to watch it. So you hit that point where viewers like, it's great that you put out those extra videos, but I don't have the time to watch it, so I'm not going to watch it. But yeah, so that was a long-winded way of getting to a point. Try out Trilogy, 3 in 3 days. I was thinking, well, here's the other side to that story. And I was just having this conversation with Mrs. Dave today. It's harder, as one can immediately understand, it's harder to record a game that's new or that I haven't played a lot before or haven't put a lot of time into, which is a bunch of the stuff that I put on the channel. I like to put something new out, and I often don't really try it out. I just sort of jump right in. But those are a lot harder to record. Those are going to be situations where I start recording and I don't like it. It's just not coming together well, and I toss it out and delete it and start again. It's time consuming to record a new game. Whereas a familiar game, YouTuber's Life OMG, apparently, for instance, I can effectively record that in my sleep. I can bang out those very, very easily. And I don't say that like they're throwaways. I actually, surprisingly, I think some of the YouTubers' Life stuff is some of the best work I've done, to be honest with you. I think they're really good. And I say that egotistically, but it is also that make a video that you yourself would want to watch. I actually really enjoy that series. But they are very easy for me to record. I know the game. I know it pretty well. I know how it's going to go. I know how an episode's going to run. I don't know that with a new game. Where is it going to start? Where is it going to finish? What am I going to do in the middle? I don't know how that's going to all go about. So the long and the short of this, again, I've never told a short story in my life, is that I have a bunch of new stuff, but I need more time to focus on those while I'm kind of finishing up other things. I have no idea if any of that made sense. And there's also, I need to make some choices about what is realistic for the channel. Case in point, Disco Elysium. That'll never make it onto the channel. That's never going to happen for a number of reasons. One, it is not nearly family-friendly enough, like not even close. There's some extremely adult things that are happening in that game. It would never make it onto the channel like that. Two, that is a game I want to play for myself because I really just want to relax with it, enjoy. There's a lot of humor in it, a lot of weirdness, and I just kind of want to enjoy that. Two, it's an RPG, or I think we're up to 3 now. So 3, it's an RPG. And obviously in an RPG, there's a lot of text. I really try to shy away from games where I am basically taking the game, reading things at you. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to sit there and read through every dialogue choice. Now, other YouTubers that I watch, they will do that, and I will sit there and watch them. Many a true nerd will read every darn dialogue choice. But even there's a point where I tap out and just say, you know what, this entire video is just you reading what's on the screen. That's not fun. I don't think it's fun, and if I don't think it's fun, chances are other people don't think it's fun. So with an RPG, I kind of shy away from stuff like that where I just don't want to sit there reading the dialogue options and then picking one. I don't think that's very entertaining. I want to show off a little bit more. I don't know what number we're up to. 4? Probably 4. It's an RPG. It's going to take forever. Let's be very clear. It's going to take forever. Most RPGs, I love RPGs. I love playing them. I absolutely love playing them. They're just not realistic for the channel, though. Did I see the Tavern DLC for Conan Exiles? No, I'm still learning how food works in Conan Exiles. I'm still trying to master food. Disco Elysium has very limited voice acting and lots of text. Yeah, it does. Yeah, voice acting is very good, the little I've seen of it. But yeah, it's a lot of text. It's a lot of choices. It's a lot of wandering around and just sort of trying things. I don't think it's entertaining. Looking over the last year, which was a very interesting year for the channel, it was an extremely interesting year for the channel. We had, some big ups and some big downs and a lot of flatlining. It was a very interesting year as opposed to other years that I've had the channel. I love turn-based tactical RPGs or anything along those lines. We all know I love that. There's no surprise. Here's my thing, and I'm going to be brutally honest. The first episode will kill it. Take anything, Phoenix Point, Pathfinder, anything like that. The first episode does great, absolutely great, and then it completely dies. And I have to be realistic about that. I have to be. Oh God, there's a fire. Hang on. Okay, no, it's fine. See, this is the thing. The trap corridor starts working on animals. So yeah, it's a boom rat. It'll be fine. Somebody will take care of that. That will correct itself. That's fine. So this is, again, a hobby. This is an expensive hobby, but it's a hobby. It has technically, for the very first time, made money a couple of months ago. It did actually generate a microscopic but welcome income. It was a reflection of saying, hey, you know what? I put some work into this, and YouTube finally gave me a few bucks for it. But at the end of the day, it's a hobby, and it's a hobby I love. The Rhinoceros is really angry at us. Boy, that's 2 sentences you didn't hear back to back. Didn't think that was coming. Okay, we're all going to get killed by the Rhinoceros-size guy. Dude, So everyone draft, everyone run away from the Rhinoceros, and then come back. And then we're going to shoot the Rhinoceros. I do need to kind of... Oh, hang on. It hasn't worked out well. Yeah, everyone shoot the Rhinoceros because Redfoot's going to get killed by a Rhinoceros as some guy. I don't know. Rhinoceros dude. Sion, do you not have a weapon? Somebody just shot Sion in the head. Oh, NG, you shot Sion in the head badly, I might add. That's really bad. You have... Oh, no, it was the Rhinoceros biting you. But your right ear has been shot off. Okay, we just shot off our own person's right ear. That's less than ideal. Redfoot, you feel like attacking? Redfoot, at all? Redfoot, do you feel like maybe attacking this thing? Would you like to attack it? There you go. Okay, we've basically... Oh, Stabby's here just in time to get the stabbing done. Good, excellent. Yeah, melee attack the rhinocerosism guy. Here lie Dave's guide. They all got mauled by rhinocerosism Izzy's guys. Yeah, those guys. Is the rhinoceros dude dead? Okay, he is. Excellent. Everyone can be undrafted. Try to sort yourselves out. I know there's a fire. There's a dead rhinoceros that we can eat. And some of you have had your face shot off, possibly due to poor management. We can't claim that. So yeah, going back to RPGs and that sort of thing, the first episode always does very, very well, and then it completely tanks. So as much as this is a hobby, I do want people to watch. That is kind of the goal. It doesn't do me... I've always said from day one, it does me no good to put something up on the channel that nobody really wants to watch. That doesn't do me any good, and it doesn't do you any good. If you don't want to watch it, you're not going to watch it. And if you don't want to watch it, then I don't get any benefit out of it being there. So I think... Not 100%, but I'm kind of rolling ideas around about what I want to do in the future, in the next year with the channel. Obviously, at the end of the year, I've been kind of reflecting and looking back on the channel and saying, okay, what do I do now? How do I use what worked and change what didn't? And I think RPG and turn-based tactical kind of stuff may be more of like a one-off. Just show it off, say, here's the game, I'm digging it, you might dig it too. If it's got legs... I am just so deeply committed to it that I can't stop playing it, which was the case with XCOM 2. That's why that got a completely full run start to finish, is I just love XCOM 2. I can't stop playing that game. So, but other ones where I'm not as committed, like something like Phoenix Point, which is a solid game, but it's not XCOM 2. As much as it may desperately want to be, it's not XCOM 2. So something like Phoenix Point, if I had to do it over again, I may have just done like a little mini-series of it and said, here it is. I'm going to go play it by yourself. If you dig it, here it is. That's about it. And maybe focus a little bit more on what do well on the channel. And hopefully, there's a happy medium. Hopefully, folks still want to watch it. But stuff like colony builders, simulation games... tycoon kind of games, they've just always done better. Medical emergency, you say. Oh dear, Frog's unconscious. Oh dear. Mac, could you drop that and rescue Frog, please? I'd prefer not to lose any colonists if at all possible. Yeah, go pick Frog up off the floor. And Stabby, let's make sure that we're medicalizing people. I'm not a fan of one-offs or limited episodes, in the minority there. I know you're not. Hang on. Prioritize tending to Frog. Yes, thank you. No, I know. You're a binge watcher. I know that very well about you, Ray J. I know that very well, that you're a binge watcher. Seriously, dude, No Man's Sky was my favorite one that I've done so far with the Granite Accidents, although I am thrilled you love the Granite Accidents because I love them too. It really... makes me super happy that you're into Granite Accident stuff because I am. So I totally get it. I generally prefer to watch series too, but I also have to be realistic. I can't ignore numbers. I can't ignore analytics. Phoenix Point is a great example. I enjoy Phoenix Point. It's not exactly what I wanted it to be. It's not completely far away from what I wanted it to be, but I think the bar was so high on Phoenix Point, it was almost impossible for Phoenix Point to make its own hype. It could not live up to its own hype. It came out and said, we're just going to blow XCOM 2 out of the water, and it totally didn't. It absolutely did not do that. It's a solid game, but it's far from perfect. And I am, again, as I've said before, extremely disappointed in the graphics and the visual quality of it. I expected a lot more. The benchmark, if you're going to do that game, is XCOM 2. XCOM 2 is one of the most beautiful, gorgeous games ever, and this ain't it. Anyway, putting that aside, I love Series 2, but I have to be a little more realistic about, I don't know. I do know what I have to be more realistic about. I have to be more willing to say, and we are done with this. This is over now. I can't just keep grinding things into the ground. And this was my big revelation. This was the sort of the wow, moment of the end of 2019. I was going through basically all the videos that I did for 2019. I was is trying to put together sort of a little best of 2019 clip compilation-y kind of thing. And I basically on screen had every video I did for 2019 in front of me, and I realized for someone who purports to be a variety gaming channel, I didn't actually have a lot of variety. I really didn't. I mean, there's it's not the same thing every single day, but there actually was not as much variety as I thought there was. It was sort of a can't see the forest for the trees thing. And then I panned out and looked at the forest and like, whoa, it's actually not as much variety as I thought. I really want to mix things up more. I want you guys to have more interesting things to watch rather than the 300th Tavern Tycoon. Hey, I love Tavern Tycoon, and I'm not bad at it if I do say so myself, although we'll see with the next one. But, we've done Tavern Tycoon to death. Now, that's one that still gets views. A little fourth wall break behind the scenes. Tavern Tycoon still does quite well in terms of its views, but there's other things I could be showing off. I have all these, I keep complaining that there's all these games I don't have time to put on the channel. Penge, welcome! Penge, welcome. We're having sort of in case you're coming in at the tail end of this, we're having a sort of, future of the channel discussion and things that we know work and things that we know don't work. We were in particular talking about Disco Elysium, where that will never make it onto the channel. As weirdly amazing as that game is after putting a little bit of time into it, for one thing, it's completely unfamily friendly. There's no possible way I could get that on the channel. No, that is so not family friendly. That is a very, very adult game. It's a heat wave. Oh, super. Fantastic. Yes, it's an unusual heat wave. I bet it is. Everything is unusual in RimWorld. Nadine, you're looking a little worse for wear. No, you're basically okay. Actually, you're getting better. All right, Dave Navarro's really good, except for the alcohol and drug addiction. He's fine. And the fact that we've shot off some of his digits. But apart from that, he's doing great. I don't think he's going to be able to play the guitar with the shot-off pinky, but we can only hope for the best. Things like RPGs and turn-based tacticals, as much as I love them, and I do, they don't generally work well for the channel. Jules, I should really catch up with chat. I really should catch up with chat. I feel like I know you guys a bit. We do, RJ. We do. We are all kind of just this weird group of friends that hangs out every weekend. It really is kind of neat. It's the one thing. Oh God, there's another fire. All right. Wait. First, who has the medical emergency? Okay, fine. Hold on. Stabby, go. Okay, we can't tend. We're not. It's too early to tend. Where's the fire? It's in the trap corridor. Another boom rat's gone off. That's fine. You know what? That's going to rectify itself. That'll totally rectify itself. Yeah, you're not wrong, RJ. If you hang around here long enough, you kind of get to know everyone. It's kind of cool like that. I think it would be neat for you to fall in love with a fighting game. Maybe dabble with Soul Calibur here and there. I'm not opposed to fighting games. I don't dislike them. I just have a low tolerance for time in. So I don't, I have fighting games on my Steam library. And they're things that I pick up every now and then and I play for an hour. And then I'm like, okay, I'm done with that now. I'm going to put that away for a while. And then I might play it again a few months later. But I just have a very, very low, oh God, there's a disease. Right. Frog is infected. Of course you are, Frog. You are nothing but a pain in my neck. Oh, Stabby, can you tend that? Yes, you can. Okay, you can tend the infection at least. Fantastic. I can't imagine Dave playing something like Tekken. I have some of the Mortal Kombats in my library. I don't dislike fighting games. I just don't play them very long. I'll play them for a little bit and go, yeah, okay, that's good, cool, done. So I don't know. I don't know that I ever could fall in love with a fighting game. It's just not my persuasion, if you will. But I mean, it's not that I don't play them. I'm also not very good at them. No one would be surprised by that. There's lots of games I'm not very good at, but I play them anyway. But fighting games I'm particularly not good at. It's the button mashing. And I was never good at that as a kid. When those games started to come out when I was, a teenager and, a young adult, I was terrible at them then. I had a friend of mine who could do all those button combinations. Like, he looked like he was playing the piano frantically on, well, in back then, the arcade game, the big stand-up arcade game. But I'm just not capable of that. I don't have that kind of dexterity, for one thing. Mortal Kombat, hardcore dance music. I love that song, and I don't apologize for that. That was KMFDM, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody start Googling who actually wrote that song. I believe it was KMFDM. He wrote the aggressive techno industrial Mortal Kombat theme song. I'm going to tell you right now, Geek Cupboard, I love that song, and I will not apologize for that. I will not apologize for that. Put a playlist on, do housework, or just chill, fully tuned into him running over zombies with a van. You're not. I was kind of responding to your comments earlier, Ray J. You're not wrong. I did absolutely lose patience with Project Zomboid, and there's just a point where it was too frustrating. We talk a lot on this channel about that point between challenging and frustrating, and the second it crosses that line, I tap out. I don't mind a challenging game, but if you're going to make it so hard that it's just frustrating, then I'm kind of not into that. So you're not wrong. I did kind of lose my patience with that. Have I ever played the Dark Souls series? I have not. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm also going to try and pronounce your name. Cedricare Sillytube. How about just Sillytube? I can pronounce that bit. It's either that or I'm going to call everyone Rhinoceros Z's. So I have not played Dark Souls. I will not play Dark Souls. And I'm going to tell you why. That 100% crosses the line for me between frustrating and challenging. I've watched people play Dark Souls. I've watched lots of people play Dark Souls. I like watching people play Dark Souls. I've watched Couchbum play Dark Souls. I watched King Starscream play Dark Souls. Okay, there was a lot of the same sounds in there. I have watched... All right, I'm going to break this sentence up into manageable pieces here, just like tasks in my daily life. I have watched, and that part. Move on to the next part. King Starscream, and that part. Move on to the next part. Play Dark Souls. Okay, got the sentence out of my mouth. Not the word mouth, but anyway. So, I've watched tons of people play Dark Souls and just gave a hard no. Just said, nope. Not gonna do it. Ain't gonna happen. That would make me mental in 30 seconds. I would not get out of the tutorial area before I would rage quit on that. We're watching RimWorld. I don't want more animals. You do have a lot of animals, Penge. Holy moly, you got a lot of animals. Spike Little Girl does not like fighting games either. Yeah, I can, it's not that I don't like them, I just don't play them very long. I'll pick them up. That's kind of a mess around game for me. Like, that's fun. I punched a guy and then he punched me and I'm basically okay now. That's fine. I own Flame in the Flood. Oh, good. We may have things about that. Played it for a while. If you die, you start over from scratch. Yeah, it does have that word roguelike attached to it, which is usually a hard pass for me. I kind of checked it out. It might be less of a hard pass because it looks great. It looks beautiful to watch the game. But usually the second I hear roguelike, I slam the door in its face. I'm not okay with that. No. The fun is in the failure. No, it's not. No, that's not fun for me. That's not fun for me at all. This whole start over again and again and again and again. Oh, Nadine's up. I can destroy your bed. Super. Sorry about this, Nadine. I need to deconstruct that immediately. I know that's going to make you a little tiny bit sad, but it's fine because now you're going to be able to see the TV. So if you could prioritize getting that out of here, and then I'm going to shift the TV one tile over, and then both Dave Navarro from Jane's Addiction and recently of Ink Master and Nadine can all enjoy the television, not just some of them. I felt the same way about Dark Souls. It doesn't help that it would probably take forever to play, and I don't have forever to play games. Yeah, that's what we've been talking about. I just don't have forever to play games. Nobody does. Nobody does, but particularly you and I don't, and neither does anyone else who does this YouTube nonsense. We have X number of hours to get videos out and edited and uploaded and try to make them the best possible quality we can. And then when do I have the time to... God, I really want to get back into Conan Exiles. I was really enjoying that. I still haven't figured out how food works. I still want to get back to State of Decay. I was really enjoying that. That was scratching a lot of itches with me. But then there's other things that need to happen too. I'm with you on not liking starting from scratch, why I never finished the game. Yeah, there's that is kind of throw that into the same conversation that we're having about frustrating versus challenging, where a game will just kill you and say, well, you should have done better, start again. It's also why I almost never, not 100%, almost never play games that don't have a manual save, that work on a checkpoint system. Don't get me to the end of something and then shoot me all the way back to the beginning because I didn't quite hit the checkpoint. No thank you. I would like a manual save. Now, there have been exceptions to that rule. Oh, we probably shouldn't have the animals in the explosive fuel room. That's probably not okay. We should probably change that. That doesn't seem right. Clear animals area. Yeah, let's just have you not in the explosive room. Just for fun. Let's have you not explode. I feel most animals should probably not explode. Oh, actually, Penge, while you're here, I've had a very Penge-ish moment in my RimWorld, where this Ibex Ram has self-tamed for no readily explainable reason. I have nothing to do with him. I don't know what to do with an Ibex Ram. He just showed up. They're kind of useless. I'm hoping I can train him for war. That's my goal. I would like to train him as a war ibex to march into battle with the war packas that we've got here, but I don't have my hopes up. I have just the game for you. Oh god, the Coteries of New York again. Yes, that's there's another game I'd love to play. I'd like to play lots of games. I'm playing RimWorld and I love RimWorld, but we're gonna have a boom rat for lunch. That seems bad. Oh yeah, Frog, you dropped your weapon. Could you just get out of bed and go equip your shotgun and then get back into bed? Otherwise, this is just going to keep whining at me. Hooray for animals deciding to join in the fun. Yeah, I don't really know what we're going to do with an Ibex Ram. I'm really hoping it can be trained for war. Most of my animals march into combat with me. And the ones who don't are largely kitty cats, and no kitty cat really needs to be involved in combat. They can handle themselves. How's the stone block thing coming? Actually, check that. How's my Great Wall coming? Wow, we're moving really slowly on this, guys. Penge is down here building the wall. Excellent, good job. So somebody's getting something done around here, and all the animals are coming out to check out Penge working on the wall. I mean, it's a long walk to get the materials, but that's a wall around the compound. I don't know what else to do with you guys. That's where the wall lives. Multiple trap corridors, so we don't have to go hunting anymore, because animals just wander in, get killed, and we collect the meat. Discovered that one by accident, actually. I was imitating trap corridors from both Penge's play and other people's, and I thought, well, what if I build a bunch of them? Surely multiple trap corridors is better than one. So, and then it just turns out animals will randomly wander in and get killed, and we can just have them eat. It's awesome. War Ibex and lots of games sound like an awesome rock band name. I would totally go see War Ibex. I kind of want to go start a band called War Ibex, or at least start their website. Have been into vampire games recently. Who's he? What's it? Yes, Coteries of New York, Vosros is all about, and I liked Vampire. For the very little I played of it, speaking of games that I have no time to play, for the very little I played of it, which was probably, 3-4 hours, maybe, I very much enjoyed it. I wish I had more time to play it. Viewer enjoys the channel for you. I don't like tactical turn-based RPGs, but tavern games and job simulators are my favorite on the channel. I know that about you, because those are the ones that you always like. I'm glad you decided to move on viewer preference direction. Well, that's a tough call, because I have plenty of viewers. Well, I have plenty of viewers. We should check that. I have longtime viewers, because I don't have plenty of viewers. I have exactly the amount that I should have, is what I should have. I have longtime viewers who are here for tactical turn-based. The channel got its first big boost from a tactical turn-based game, Stellar Tactics. So there are plenty of people who view the channel who are actively looking for tactical turn-based. And I love tactical turn-based. I absolutely love playing it. But you are not wrong in the sense that the majority are more interested in tycoons and building games and colony builders and that kind of thing. And I love those just as much. That's kind of my issue. I just have a very wide range of games that I enjoy. I like lots and lots of different games. But you're good at tactical turn-based. You've got the skills. I do have the skills. You're not wrong, Pench. You're not wrong. As much as Phoenix Point has crashed and burned, I do recognize everything that I did wrong. And I actually, in a side game, in a private game, I'm doing way better in Phoenix Point. I'm doing actually pretty good in Phoenix Point. What about Planet Zoo? It is a cool game. I would immediately send you over to Policy's channel. Let's just be brutally honest here. I have Planet Zoo. I've enjoyed playing what little I've played with it in my free time. I do not have two things on this, Spike Little Girl. A, it's been done to death. Let's be honest here. It's been done to death. Way more people, way better Planet Zoo players, way bigger channels have done Planet Zoo, and I would not get a mention. I mean, you guys would like it, and that would be very, very cool. But I don't have the patience to do the finely detailed work that somebody like Paulsley does in his Planet Zoo things that he does, his little, Planet Zoo games. I don't have that kind of patience. I just kind of slap stuff down and hope for the best. And it's cool to me. I enjoy doing that, but I don't have that kind of dedication. Paulsley does. If you're looking for Planet Zoo, go to Paulsley's channel. I do. That's where I go for Planet Zoo stuff. But Planet Zoo, as much as I, for the very, very brief time I've had to play it, enjoy playing it by myself, I love it. I have that and Planet Coaster, and I enjoy them both. I think they're gorgeous, well-detailed games that you can do virtually anything in. But it would probably not ever see the channel because, honestly, apart from you guys, nobody really wants to watch it. And I do a lot of stuff just for the viewers. I really do. There's several games that are up there just because I know like 2 or 3 people really dig it, and I'm totally happy to accommodate that. There's certainly games that I think both myself and Penge would probably agree that we keep going, even though they don't get a ton of views, they get a lot of fun feedback from viewers, and that's just as worth it to me. That's just as worth it is if you guys are really, really into something and you're digging it, even if it doesn't get a ton of views, I'll probably keep it going because it's just fun having that interaction with you. But something like Planet Zoo, I'm going to be honest with you, I wouldn't put out a good video for you. You wouldn't enjoy it. I'm not good enough at that game or even willing to get good enough. I cannot even fathom, I cannot even understand how many hours Paulsley must have put into that game to be as good as he is at it. I don't have that kind of time. I just don't. Absolutely not. So Planet Zoo, very much enjoy the brief time that I've had playing it by myself, but will probably not make it onto the channel, like Disco Elysium for completely other reasons. Fantastic game. I really look forward to messing around with that and having my psyche torn apart by it. If Mrs. Dave ever gets on the channel and does a quick video of, hey, here's the thing, guys, Dave's in an institution somewhere, he's not well, and he's in a straitjacket. It's because of Disco Elysium. I want to make that very clear. I'm just warning you in advance. Ebony, hey, welcome. So, Ebony, just a quick recap. If I ever end up in some sort of mental health institution, it was because of Penge. Just a heads up. It was because of Disco Elysium. So there's lots of... This is a very, very long-winded way of getting to a point, which is invariably what we end up doing at about the hour mark in RimWorld, is I'm off on some rant. Chat is happening. I'm assuming you guys are taking care of yourselves, but I've ended up on some enormous rant about whatever it is. Today it happens to be about the channel and the future thereof, which is great. I mean, there won't be really any major changes. I just want to mix things up a little more for you guys. I'd like to do newer things. I'd like to do, maybe shorter series where we can kind of get in and out. Unfortunately, the games that I play, you can't really get in and out, but maybe we'll look at sort of saying it's going to be X number of episodes and not any more than that, because I just keep going and going and going, and then all of a sudden it's half a year later and I don't want to play the game anymore and you don't want to watch the game anymore. So we're going to look at mixing it up a little bit, if only to kind of get some of these games that are sitting in my library that I haven't done anything with out and about. Give them a bit of an airing. Take them out for a walk, if you will. There might be more one-offs, but I really would like to do more shorter series. Kind of like what I did with, and this was sort of my test drive with this, because I've had this in the back of my mind, kind of what I did with Farmington County. So we got in, we did 3 episodes, we looked at the game, we kind of got a feel for it. It's a little rough around the edges. It's not terrible. It's just that there are so many UI controls for it. You actually have to basically be playing the piano on your keyboard to play that game. I think we could simplify that a little bit, but kind of like what I do with Farmington County. Get in, do 3 episodes, and then move on to something else. That would be kind of my way of going about it. So people who want to watch a series will still have multiple episodes to watch, but people who are like, okay, we are so over this game, dear God, can you please play anything else, won't think that this is going to be the only thing on the channel for the next year. And there will be longer stuff too. I mean, I'm going to do longer stuff. There's no question of that. I mean, hell, Crossroads Inn ain't going anywhere. And I'm still trying to find a way to get the campaign mode back up on the channel. It might be 2 different Crossroads going at the same time. That's actually my goal. That's what I'm trying to do, is have both the campaign mode and sandbox mode going at the same time. You're engrossed with Ticket to Ride. I've installed it. I haven't had a chance to play that yet. And he's not wrong. Clue is awesome. Or Cluedo, if you're British and you feel the need to add extra letters to things. Cluedo is really good. I did not know that you could play as just like a ton of different characters. It's not just the characters in Clue and or Cluedo if you happen to be British. There's like all sorts of characters in there. Stardew Valley falls in the category that Dave was saying earlier. Current viewers would like it, but it's one that's been done to death. Yeah. And I know I'm speaking for Penge here, but I think I'm pretty accurate in saying that, that's why RimWorld is still on his channel. It's not the biggest viewed thing ever. RimWorld has been done to death. I mean, I'm playing RimWorld, he's playing RimWorld. RimWorld's been done to death. But damn, and I am including myself at the forefront of this, the people who watch Penge's RimWorld are really into Penge's RimWorld. And I know it's not like maxing out on views for him, and I wish I could make more people watch it, but I am just so dedicated to that series. Like, it's Friday. I'm waiting for tonight. This is like destination viewing for me, is Penge's RimWorld every Friday night. I'm like salivating, like, oh my God, what's going to happen this week? Although for the past few weeks, it's been nothing at all. Really nothing at all has happened. But I get that. It's not the top viewed thing, but the interaction and the engagement from the audience, I hope makes it satisfying, because I love that damn series, and I know other viewers of Penge's RimWorld love that series too. So I hope it doesn't go anywhere. I would understand if it did, though. I would understand if Penge just pulled the plug and said, you know what, guys? It's just, there's other things we need to get on the channel, and I know you guys love it, but it's just not doing what it needs to do. Working on the thumbnail right now. Hurry up, sir. Hurry up. I'm waiting for that. And I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to like inflate Penge's ego. Lord knows I do enough of that already. I am a fan first. I always have been. But I'm not trying to inflate his ego, but it's kind of funny. That's been the second time that sort of a high engagement, high viewer engagement, but low view series from Penge that I love is on Fridays. I consider Friday to be like my Geek Cupboard viewing night, because prior to this we had the XCOM run, which was on Friday nights, and I loved that. I was rapt with attention to that, not just because I was an awesome sniper in it, which I was. I killed everything I saw from half the map away. But now it's Friday RimWorld, and I just like, oh yay, it's Friday. I can't wait to watch RimWorld tonight. I have, I plan it out. I'm not kidding, man. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get myself a snack, and I'm going to get a drink from the fridge, and I'm going to sit down and fire up some RimWorld. It's great. It's totally great. Getting the end of Victory or Death. Victory, well, we'll see. We'll see. Hey, Willow, welcome. How's the hot water? Hopefully better. I'm sorry, flashback to Willow there. Victory or Death. We'll see. We'll see. I would like to see how that goes. And then please start playing something else that will get low views but high engagement. I love Friday night with the Geek Cupboard. XCOM Friday, also known as How to Overwatch. Yes, How to Overwatch, definitely. Oh, it's nap time in RimWorld. I should probably accelerate time. I'm assuming that somebody's actually tuning in to watch RimWorld. I don't think they are. I think they just tune in to hear me rant about anything. But okay, we're up. We're tending to Frog. We're tending to Dave Navarro. We're tending to Nadine. Oh, and I wanted to move that TV one square over. No, don't do that. Don't do any of the things I just told you to do. Come here. Reinstall that. Which way around are you facing? Are you facing the right way? There we go. Reinstall that right there. That way it'll catch all 3 beds. So what was my point of all of that? I don't immediately remember. Oh, yes, XCOM, how to Overwatch. I prefer to call it Take the Shot, the game. Because that's all I did watching that. For whatever it was, 15, 16, 17 episodes, I would just sit there going, take the shot. Just take it. Just take the shot. That was pretty much my experience. So this non-stop fun of just saying, dear God, please take the shot. I'm here for the rants in the chat. Thank God. That's pretty much what I have to offer. Hence why I always log out of any games I'm playing and pull this up on my PC instead of the tablet. Well, thank you very much. Dave's WASD gameplay is best gameplay. Maybe, okay. Ray J, how about we just completely change the focus of the channel, where I just put on a random game and WASD around it and then rant. This is a whole new direction I'm taking the channel now. Any game, doesn't matter. It will at least give me time to look at some other games that I have on my Steam library, and then I'll just sort of WASD around and rant about things. My God, I think I'm onto something here. This could work out very, very well. Fingers crossed for Project Haven. Wait, which one was Project Haven? Which one was Project Haven? I remember the name. I don't remember what it was. AKA The Sims. Yeah, we pretty much did that in The Sims too. Once the basic Sim family was established, we pretty much WASD'd around, and I ranted about things. Screen windows, for instance. Nate, okay, somebody's actually... Oh, hang on, Willow's actually asking a RimWorld question. Thank God. Thank you, Willow. Yes, Nadine is new. So you probably may remember that we've captured Dave Navarro from Jane's Addiction and recently Ink Master. We've captured him. We've been working on him. Nadine is new. You are correct. We captured her in a raid, so we were raided and we injured her and we've captured her. Nadine, now that we're actually actively looking at you and more importantly playing RimWorld, how's the whole prisoner thing working out? 14.7. Oh, no, now 13.2. Good job, Mac. Good job, Mac. 13.2. We'll have you in no time. Dave Navarro is being a little more reticent about joining our colony. 19.2. Yeah, he's a tough nut to crack, is Dave Navarro. It's probably because I shot his toe off and his pinky. That would make me mad about anything. But OMG screens, I laughed until I cried. You broke Dave. I gotta tell you, Ray J, there is the reason I keep spinning you over, and Vosseros will quickly back me up on this. The reason I keep spinning you over to the No Man's Sky granite accidents is because I was legitimately broken by Grem Devel and Birdie Bot. There's a very memorable moment in the No Man's Sky episodes, and Vosseros will be very quick to back me up on that. So yes, I've been broken before, but not quite as in No Man's Sky. WASD ranting would work so Dave can keep the channel going while he's in the Arkham Asylum recovering from Disco Elysium. Yeah, I'm not surprised. What's next? Tip all the tea in the harbor and just drink coffee. Yeah, that's my plan. That's my plan. Tea is fine in the harbor. Yeah. Has Dave Navarro even gotten out of bed? No, he has not, Willow. And thank you for a RimWorld question. Because, that's ostensibly what we're here to do. Dave Navarro has never gotten out of bed. Probably because Dave Navarro has an alcohol and drug addiction. It's probably not that we shot off his toe and his pinky. It's probably the alcohol and drug addiction. I can't imagine that this is any less like real-world Dave Navarro. This is why I keep calling him Dave Navarro. Alcohol and drug addiction, and he hasn't gotten out of bed. And we keep feeding him because he's very, very skinny. So, yeah, that pretty much. I still can't believe that Cylinder Business isn't a Dave outro for videos. That's not a bad idea. Okay, so absolutely nobody at all has questioned me about why I killed off the teaser and the intro and the outros and that kind of thing. I've done different outros, or pretty much the same outro. Absolutely nobody has asked me the reason for that, so I'm going to tell you what the reason for that is. I accidentally deleted a bunch of stuff. So I was cleaning up some files, and I deleted, my intro, So there was no reason to have the teaser because I lost my intro. And most of my outros, I had to very hastily put together some new ones. Literally nobody has cared, so that's why I'm explaining it to you. That's why the overall flow of the videos has changed a little bit. There is also a certain philosophy of just cut straight into the video, but I really liked the teaser. I really did. I enjoyed putting in those together. I enjoyed that type of introduction to the video because when I started watching YouTube, I was attracted to people who did a teaser because it made me want to see that in context. It made me want to see that little teaser moment, whatever it is, 5, 6, 7 seconds of the video in context. So I would always keep watching. So it was working for me. The philosophy says don't do that. But the long and the short of it is I honestly just need to sit down and do another new intro because I accidentally deleted my old one. Nobody has asked me that, so that's why I'm sharing it with you. That's the reason the overall flow has changed a little bit. But the cylinder as an outro is not a bad idea. If I can get it together to actually do the best of 2019 compilation, that will absolutely be the last one. That will be the last clip because that's just epic. I can't not watch that. I love watching that. Coffee is the nectar of the gods. Thank you, Willow. Thank you. That's, I liked you anyway, but that just cemented the deal there. Dave Navarro is going through the DTs. Yeah, basically. Yeah, really, we're just detoxing Dave Navarro and teaching him how to play guitar without a pinky. It's not so much converting him to the colony as it is cleaning him up and trying to get him to make a new Jane's Addiction album. Because although Mrs. Dave and I watch Ink Master religiously, I would really prefer, if I had my druthers, to have a new Jane's Addiction album, if I had my choice. Dave's here, have no fear, record scratch. Okay, have some fear. I could try and find a way to... No, you know what? The record scratch wouldn't work there. I like the record scratch when it's appropriate, but I don't think just throwing it in there for the sake of throwing it in there would work. Ray J got me hooked on some episodes. Yeah, I really like the teaser. I trying to sit down. Here's the thing. And when I start saying here's the thing repetitively, we're in for another WASD adventure. So here's the thing. I have X number of hours within a given day, and they're a lot less than they used to be. Last year was a breeze because I basically didn't work for 6 months. And lived very comfortably thanks to the sale of my business. Now I'm working again. And more importantly, I'm working on somebody else's schedule. And that's very, very new to me. I haven't done that in ages. To actually have someone say, here is when you show up and here is when you leave. You don't have any option. That's different for me. I'm used to dictating my own schedule and saying if there is no work to do, then I am going to go home. And for the past couple of years, I would say I am going to go home and work on the channel. So I have X number of extremely limited hours within a day. Now, I work 5 days a week. I have 2 days off. Friday has become a very quick routine of bulk recording in the morning. So trying to get everything out, or everything at least recorded. And then I spend the rest of my mornings in the week editing and uploading. But it's a lot of frantic recording. And basically, by the time I'm done recording on a Friday, it's pretty much time for the stream. So I jump right into the stream. After that, that's pretty exhausting. It's draining. So I kind of just want to chill on the couch. We all know, and I'm going to keep saying it because it's true. I love what I do here. I love this channel. The only thing I wish is that I had more time to do it, but I don't. And there is a point on my day off where I say, I'm going to stop working on the channel now because it can't all be work channel, work channel, work channel. There has to be a point where, I have Mrs. Dave. I really enjoy spending time with her. She's really awesome. So I like to spend time with her. I like to spend time with other members of my family. I like to sit on my butt and watch Disney Plus that we just got for Christmas, which I'm looking forward to. No spoilers about The Mandalorian. Not one. Haven't started it yet. So, I like to sit on my butt. And that's a time, that Friday afternoon, is a time that I will often check out games that might be appropriate for the channel. So I might give something a little private test drive and see, hey, is this going to work out for the channel? Red hot WASD action, just so I'm not completely boring everyone. And then Saturday, which is my other day off, I often will do some editing. I'll often do more recording on Saturday morning. because I never get nearly as much done on Friday morning as I think I'm going to. Some days you've got it, some days you don't. Some days I'm just not on. Some days, like I recorded a Crossroads in this morning and then immediately deleted it because it wasn't very good. It just really wasn't very good. I can't put this out there. I'm just not on. I'm not in it. I'm not in the moment. Major break risk. What's the problem? It's Frog. Well, stop mining and go to bed. Don't be silly. Don't bother me with that. I'm WASDing here. So, I totally forget why I brought this conversation up. I'll probably just WASD and read chat and hope that somebody reminds me. There's a time and a place for decaf. No, there isn't. Actually, there is. It's after 3 o'clock. Yeah, I do decaf after 3 o'clock. I have 3 to 5 coffees a day. If I didn't, I have migraines. It's a health thing, not a desirability thing. Yeah, I have probably about 3 cups in the morning, and then anything after that, I switch to decaf. Because I'm just, I'm of an age. Caffeine actually keeps me up at night. So I can't drink decaf, or I can't drink regular coffee too late into the day. Mrs. Dave is like a cupcake. Yes, she is. She's delightful. And when she's gone, you want more. That's a vague variation on a Python line. That's not 100% me. I will do the proper line. Your arrival gives us pleasure, and your departure only makes us hungrier for more. Although Python was actually talking about a donut rather than a cupcake. But the analogy applies, I think. Yeah. You must frequently enjoy a few nibbles. Okay, sure. That sounded better in my head. Yeah, I bet. I saw this recent study about green lights and migraines. Google it. Oh, huh. Interesting. Oh, well, the coffee seems to be working out too. So green lights and migraines. I wonder this from the day you built the comm room. Why did you leave a one-tile space instead of connecting it to the room below? Why did I leave? Oh, here? I don't know. Oh, a bulk goods trader. Speaking of the comm room. Oh, good. Please have an advanced component. I really need that. Why did I leave that space? No reason. No reason at all. I just sort of did. I don't have an answer for that question. I just it's the way it happened. Yeah, there's no real reason that needs to be there. In fact, now that you're saying that out loud, and by out loud I mean in chat, I could actually use that space. If I did a slate wall here, and then when that's done, I'll demo both of these walls and just make a slightly larger storage space. It's not going to kill us to have more storage. That is just fine. So the answer to your question, Ray J, is I know you're fairly new to the channel, but seriously, have you watched me play games? Do I ever have a reason for what I do? Sometimes I just do things. I'm kidding with you. You obviously know that by now. So yeah, that's actually not. Now that you've alerted me to that, that could be extra storage. That would be better for that. Minor medical thing. Only had the occasional headache now that I've been on decaf the last few years. Dark chocolate will never leave my side. Hang on, Willow. For some reason, I have to approve that. Oh, I see what word they wanted me to approve. That word. Nuts. Okay. So, wait. I can't lose track of that trader. Hang on. I do actually briefly need to stop WASDing and ranting and actually play RimWorld. Mech, you are our biggest conversationalist around here. I just want them to get a little tiny bit closer to the colony so we don't have to go far to get whatever we're going to buy from them. Why does Dave have a snowman next to an outhouse? Yeah. Reasons. Because, okay, I can actually answer that question. Vosros, I can answer that question. Because I need an outhouse, my guests desire it, and snowmen exist. That's why there's a snowman next to the outhouse. In my little RPG mind, it's freaking out the drunk people who go to use the outhouse, but there's no evidence of that. Yes, trade with that person, please. Please have an advanced component. Please. Stabby is not bad. Oh, wait, no, whoa. I actually sent Stabby to do that. Hang on, I didn't want to do that. I actually want to send Mech to do that. Reserved by Stabby, not anymore. Stabby is good at negotiations. Hang on. Hers is 7, which is very good, but Mech is 13, way better. So Stabby is an excellent negotiator, but not as good as Mech. Incapacitated refugee, no, absolutely not. First of all, we've already got 2 new refugees on the books here, waiting to get recruited. Okay, please have an advanced component. Please, what have you got? You'd love to buy all of our animals. Oh, you know what? Can I just get rid of that ibex doe or ram or whatever it is? I don't really want that. No. You are apparently not willing to buy that, and I'm not selling anything else. You don't really have a lot of, stuff that I want to buy. Do you have any components at all? You do have a psychic helmet, which is a tinfoil hat. I'm not opposed to owning that, but you have nothing. You have no components and no advanced components. Is that correct? Negotiations are just offering to stab people. Californian says, what is snow? You guys have snow. Californian. You have Northern California. There's plenty of snow there. Plenty of snow. There's skiing up there. Skiing primarily happens on snow, I am led to believe. Oh, wow. This is not a great trader. Not really loving this trader. I can buy some Yorkshire Terrier meat. Let's not do that. It might be Michael the dog, and that would be sad. I should go. We've got eggs somewhere. We should go pick those up. Yeah, I'm not taking this trader. I mean, I might take the hat because I can. So yeah, give me your tinfoil hat, and I'll trade you, I don't know, that sculpture, and I'll get 11 silver. Sure, that's fine. That's fine. Now, with the hat, do I actually have any psychically sensitive colonists who might benefit from that? You're staggeringly ugly. A hat is not going to help with that. Bloodlust, no, I'm looking for psychically sensitive or something along those lines. No, you're iron-willed. You're exactly the opposite. Nope. Okay, I bought a completely useless hat. It's not the first time. Not the first time. Nope. Everyone's totally fine with any sort of psychic energy. They're completely neutral to it. No, don't worry, Penge. It wasn't Michael the dog. It was just a completely different Yorkshire Terrier that has been butchered. It's not Michael the dog, I assure you. It might be Michael the dog's tail, because you haven't seen that in like 30 episodes. That's been gone for ages. So it might have been a bit of Michael the dog's tail. How you didn't title that episode The Tale of Michael, I run these things by me. If you need an idea for a title, just run these things by me. That had to have been titled The Tale of Michael. That was perfect. But anyway, no, it was not Michael the dog. It's fine. It's fine. What does creepy breathing do? I think it just makes people wholly unattracted to you. But let's find out. Where did NG go? There you are. It is... breathes heavily all the time and sweats constantly. People find it creepy. It actually apparently has... I mean, it doesn't have any noted effect. It's not a plus or a minus. It's just, apparently NG's creepy. That's about it. Apparently NG is just hardcore creepy. Breathes heavily and sweats constantly. I've met those people. They are creepy. Yeah, it's not even Darth Vader breathing. It's creepy breathing. I mean, powdered sugar, lived in Sacramento for 5 years, nothing, not a believer. I thought there was snow in Northern California. Is there not skiing in Northern California? I was pretty convinced there was skiing in Northern California. Now, admittedly, I'm on the exact opposite side of the country, so we don't care about California. They're all a bunch of freaks and weirdos down there. But I was led to believe there was skiing in California. Now I'm not a skiing expert, nor am I a geographical expert, but I do know if you're going to ski, you need snow. I mean, there is that sort of dry skiing that people do. So, all right, but mostly you need snow. Mostly snow is necessary. Just some sort of creepy, sweaty pervert person. Yeah, pretty much NG is just a creep. Just a creep. And I'm sure it has some sort of negative effect. I'm sure if we went around... Could somebody get around to refueling these generators at some point? Everyone's mostly asleep. Duck, get up and go do that. And Payu, get up and go do that. You're just lazing around here. How's my wall coming? I'm sure if we went around and checked out other people's attitudes towards NG, there'd be negative moodlets attached to them, or people just aren't crazy about her. Probably if we went through the social bar, be like, yeah, nobody really likes NG that much. But yeah, just basically a creepy pervert. Pretty much that. How will the traders get in once you built the Wall of Death? Because there will be doors. So traders will happily walk through doors, but raiders will tend to... Not all the time, Penge has learned this, but they will often go for the path of least resistance, which is an open spot in the wall. Even though they'll clearly see there are traps here, they will go through the open space rather than try and bust down a door, but not all the time. As RimWorld kind of ramps it up a little bit, they'll actually try and bust through walls and bust through doors. This is a good mid-game solution, is the trap corridor, Who's McWhat's it. But later on, that will be less and less effective. There was a point to me doing that, too. Why was I What was my point to that? I genuinely don't remember. To skiers, the appeal of California lies far from the coastline in the Sierra Nevada. Yeah, that's got snow, right? That's where snow lives. Hey, Penge is from England, and he gets this. Ooh, cargo pods. That's fun. What did we get? We got chinchilla fur. Quite a bit of it. All right, well, I didn't really need that, and that's a lot of chinchillas to slaughter just for all that fur, but that's fine. We'll make a hat out of it or something. Does anyone need a hat? No, everyone's hatted. We're well hatted around here. That's fine. It's a few hours off, like lots of few. Actually, like the idea of moving to Oregon or whichever one WA is. I don't remember what WA is. Is that Washington State? It's Washington State. It must be Washington State. That's the only state I can think of that has a WA in it. Except Iowa. That's got a W and an A in it. Huh. I can't believe I just pulled that out of my off the top of my head. I didn't think that was going to come. Right. What's wrong with Nevada? I can't think of anything wrong with Nevada so long as you're only there for 72 hours. 72 hours is the... And by the way, when we, and I mean we, the rest of the country, think of Nevada, there's really only Las Vegas. There's nothing else in Nevada. And actually, there really isn't much else in Nevada. It's basically a desert. Yeah, we only think of Las Vegas, and Las Vegas is absolutely outstanding for exactly 72 hours and not 1 second longer. You need to get the heck out of there after 3 days. Otherwise, it will drive you insane and you'll hate it. I've had 2 very, very fun trips to Las Vegas and spent no more than 3 days there. And that's the exact amount of time that somebody should spend there. Yeah, I actually got it, Willow. I'm pretty much surprised myself there. Washington State. And then I remembered that Iowa has a W and an A in it. I didn't think that was coming. Smokers caused me to sound like an old lady coughing continuously north and south Nevada. Yeah, they're still pretty keen on, letting you do whatever the heck you want because you keep giving them money. I know you got married in Nevada. I actually know that about you. I actually don't have a follow-up sentence to that. Usually I have a follow-up sentence while I'm WASDing. I don't. That was merely a statement of fact of, yes, I know that. So that. I'll probably go look at RimWorld now and stop bothering people in chat. Still with the low medicine. Are we not getting that heal root out? Oh, it's very close. It's 97% grown. Okay, we'll have the medicine thing under control in no time. That's totally fine. And the Whoosy What's at the Devil's Strand will take, of course, forever to grow. How are our chocolate trees doing? Not so much. We're never going to get these harvested before winter. It's just not going to happen. This is going to be a next year thing. Plenty of hay for the animals, though. Tons of hay for the animals. Again, we probably don't need the animals in the... We've banned them from the explosive fuel, but they're still near the explosive... other things. And P.S., by the way, somebody needs to refuel that. Sion, looks like you got nothing going on right now. Could you prioritize refueling that, please? And do we need to set up another build to make stone blocks to build the Great Wall? No, but we'll top off what we have. So there's that. How is the Great Wall? This was my big idea for the day. I wanted to get the Great Wall done. We're not clearly going to get it done, but we're getting it in the neighborhood. This side is almost done. If anyone wanted to ever finish up this corner up here. Yeah, it's a... Wow, this is a big wall. This is probably the biggest wall I've created in a colony. But I want to be able to expand all in here. I want to have free use of this without having to go outside the wall. And I definitely wanted that power generator encapsulated within the wall. And we've got another one that we could theoretically put up over here. I just really need an advanced component. I need somebody to show up with an advanced component, like now, because that's what's slowing me down. I can't build the fabrication bench until I've got that under control. So we're kind of stumped with no advanced components. Did a road trip last year, stopped in Vegas, meant to spend the night, left after 3 hours of struggling to breathe. Can drive from California to Illinois in 2.5 days. Fair enough. That sounds about right. Yeah, I believe that. What is it? It's really only about, well, if you drive non-stop, if you actually drive 24 hours a day, I'm pretty sure you can get from one side of the country to the other in 3 days. But you'd obviously need multiple drivers. You would actually need to be driving 24 hours a day to do that. I've actually taken a bus from Massachusetts to California. So 3 days, and obviously they're driving 24 hours a day. So I would assume California to Illinois in 2.5 days, you're actually driving like a normal human being. Oh, hang on, something happened. No, it's okay. It's a minor brake risk. I'm sure it'll sort itself out. Pench is a cruel god in the universe sim. Continually denies Nuggets the joys of Christmas. Just skips winter entirely. I've done it. Wait, you've driven 24 hours a day? That seems extreme of you. Are you playing vanilla or do you have any mods? No, I'm generally not modding kind of guy, Dylan. Welcome, by the way, welcome. No, this is just straight unmodded RimWorld. I don't generally mod things. There have been some exceptions. Redfoot, do you think you could kind of get around to... Oh, you'll never do constructing. Okay, somebody else could get on that. Duck, what are you doing? I don't care. I need somebody to repair that thing, and then I'll come back to the modding thing. Sion, you know what? We got plenty of meals, Sion. It's fine. Can you just please fix that? Thank you. Oh, Penge was already on it, but never mind. It'll get done. No, I generally don't mod things, Dylan. There are a few rare exceptions, but generally I play games vanilla. I like to play the games the way they're meant to be played. I don't have any moral compunction against modding. People can mod the heck out of things, but there's a point for me where I feel you're not actually playing the game anymore. And that's just me. That's just my personal feeling on it. It's just, you've put so many mods in that it's just not even the game the way it was laid out. There are some rare exceptions. And this is coming, it's not that I've never modded things. The original Sims 1, we didn't even call it modding back then. It was just sort of little things you could get around the internet and throw into the game, which we call modding now. But I modded the bejesus out of that thing. And there was kind of a point where I hit where I'm like, this isn't even The Sims anymore. I don't even know what I'm playing anymore. There's so many extras in it. So, long-winded way of answering your question, and P.S., get used to that. That happens a lot around here. It is just vanilla RimWorld. There are no mods in this. This is just as is. This is really just to play casual. You'll get to know this is a lot of hot WASD action while I talk about nonsense. Like the fact that we've captured Dave Navarro. How's the new Jane's Addiction album working out? We are 16.7% away from getting a new Jane's Addiction album out of Dave Navarro. Nadine, I think you're a lot more likely to... Yeah, you're 8.9% away from getting Mike Tyson into our care. And we do have bedrooms ready. We have bedrooms ready for both of you. They're not the world's best bedrooms, but they'll get the job done. How does one not have 180 mods in RimWorld? They aren't me. I have several of the Granite Accidents are... I think pretty much all of the Granite Accidents are into RimWorld. I was the last convert, to be honest. I was the last guy to get into RimWorld. They've been playing RimWorld forever, and I know several of them mod it, several of them don't. It's all good. Modded some pants the other day. I see what you did there. It's a game within a game. I'm so over fashion from YouTubers Life OMG. Apparently. I see what you did there, and you hadn't even gotten out of bed. When you play Sims and you use Motherload to get a lot of cash. Yeah, all of that. Well, those are just cheats. The cheats are easy. But there was... And really, I'm going back to a time when there wasn't sort of a central mod place. Like you couldn't go on the Steam Workshop or anything like that and just have a bunch of mods. You actually had to hunt them all over the intranets and the Googles. Actually, did we have Google then? Did Google exist? I don't know. Anyway, you had to hunt up the intranets and then, find one site here where you could get like Frankenstein put into The Sims, and another site where you could get Dracula put into The Sims, and another site where you could get some very, very, very adult-themed things put into The Sims. And all of a sudden, you got one heck of a crazy Sims game, let me tell you, especially with Frankenstein. Does Dave Navarro know Slick Rick? Wow, that's a great question. Somebody Google that. I bet Google has an answer for that. And I don't mean in RimWorld, I mean in real life. In real life, does Dave Navarro... Now, because we took a lot of time establishing that Slick Rick is still alive. I would have sworn up, downs, backwards, and forwards that Slick Rick was dead. In fact, I remember seeing news about it, but clearly I was hallucinating all of that. I had probably been playing Disco Elysium. But now that we've established that Slick Rick is indeed still among the living, does real-life Dave Navarro know real-life Slick Rick? I would really like to know the answer to that question. Do they exchange Christmas cards? Are they friendly? I'd like to think that they are. Redfoot is really fast right now. That's super. That's absolutely super. He's dreaming of the new album. Dreaming of the new album. Well, it's a long dream because he hasn't gotten out of bed since we captured him. It's the alcohol and drug withdrawal. That's what's keeping him penned down. But we can only hope that he's dreaming of contacting Perry Farrell and getting a new album together. I don't even care if you have the other two guys in the band. I really don't. You can have that thing where you had Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers as the bassist. That's cool too. I don't really care. It's just mostly about Dave Navarro and Perry Farrell. So get up and make a new album. Nadine's watching TV while she's asleep, which is delightful. I mean, fancy kids with the hula hoops and the fax machines. Was there actually? I mean, all we need to do is Google. Well, now Google the date when Google launched and the date when The Sims launched. And sorry, my phone actually thinks I'm trying to ask it a question because it also has that. It just started saying, "How can I help you?" No, I'm not talking to you, phone. I'm talking to chat. I'm talking to the intranets. So you just have to know when Google launched and when the first Sims game came out. Did Google actually exist when the first Sims game came out? That's the question on the table right now. Actually, there's two questions on the table. That one, the Google versus the first Sims game, which came first? Stop it, phone. I'm not talking to you. And also, does real-life Dave Navarro know real-life Slick Rick? Because I think this is an important question that we need to answer at some point. What's on the floor in the prisoner room? Several things. This is some rice that somebody has brought in. I can only assume that one of our colonists brought it in and dropped it off for Nadine, because they'll just throw food on the floor and expect them to eat it. This is a television, which is now visible by all three beds. This is a heater, and then the lights are pretty self-explanatory. So that's rice, I think is what you were referring to there. I've lived pre-PC. I've lived with 30-minute load games to play a platformer. Oh, don't even get me started. Do I have to pull out the old chestnut Rhinoceros that my first video game was Pong when it was brand new? Because it was. And let me tell you, that was revolutionary at the time. We'd never seen anything like Pong. That blew us away. My father was really into that. He thought that was enchanting, actually. So I'm pre everything. I like to ostensibly say that folks of our age have seen the entire history of video games. We could not even imagine something like RimWorld, which graphically is fairly basic, and it's that we could not even imagine something like RimWorld. Never mind something like, I don't know, Fallout 4 or anything along those lines. Looks like Google. Okay, we've got an answer. Hang on. Dylan's got an answer. Okay, Google launched in September 19... Oh, stop it, phone. I'm not talking to you. The G Word launched in September 1987. Sims came out in 2000. Really? Was it only 2000? I would have thought it was later 90s. Huh. Interesting. I would have said, like, I would have reversed that. If you'd said that was the reverse, I would have been more inclined to go, yeah, that sounds about right. Interesting. So the G Word, which I'm not going to say because my phone keeps firing off when I say it, was first. Interesting. But not by much. I mean, 3 years is not a lot of time. So 2000, the first Sims game came out. I'm trying to think where I was. Oh, I know exactly where I was in 2000. I know what apartment I was in. Actually, I was in a couple of different apartments in 2000, I believe. Because I can see myself in my apartment playing The Sims. I know exactly what apartment I was in. The rice is our philosophy, no pain, no grain. Ah! Hey, Lars, welcome. Welcome. I remember the days where I did program my games myself. There you go. Not getting games from elsewhere. I mean, I think even something like Steam seems revolutionary to me. Like, I no longer have to go out and buy a game. I can just, like, whatever I want is right there. And that's weird. That's really weird to me. And it still kind of trips me up sometimes. Like, wait, pretty much any game I want is right there. I don't have to go out to a physical store and purchase this and, like, load it into a console. I mean, I have a console, and I enjoy playing on a console sometimes, 'cause it's a little more relaxing for me sometimes. But you look at the history of video games, and it's really quite stunning what we've done. It really is. I could not conceive of anything that's out right now. None of this would make sense, except for the god-awful retro low-pixel gaming, and I don't know why we had to go back to that. It wasn't that fun back then. There's no reason to reinvent that nonsense. What was the first computer game you played? Pong. It was Pong. Or are you talking about like a PC game? Or really, I would be console. A friend of mine had the original Nintendo. And that was the first console. Actually, no, I say that was the first console. No, I definitely had friends who had the old Atari. I don't remember which friends, but I know I played the old Atari when the Atari first came out. Red hot WASD action here, by the way. I know this is what we're all tuning into. So I remember playing on the Atari, but the first time apart from obvious stuff like arcade games like Pac-Man and all that kind of stuff, because that was all well and good, but you actually had to go to a location to play that. You had to go to an arcade. You had to get up out of your house and go to a place that had arcade machines and play them there and line up with quarters. So I guess I'm going to kind of reinvent your question, Barbara, and say the first home game that I can remember getting into. I'm sure I had friends who had the old Atari. I didn't, but I did have a friend in high school who got the original Nintendo, and we would be there every afternoon. I would be over at his house playing that, he and I. Wise Guy has food poisoning. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll totally be fine. So, the Mario era, the birth of the Mario era, and god-awful games like Ghosts and Goblins. Ghosts and Goblins, here's a fun fact. Ghosts and Goblins, very first game I rage quit. We didn't even have that term. We didn't have the term rage quit, but Ghosts and Goblins was the first game that I rage quit. Even back then, I understood my hard line between challenging and frustrating. Challenging good, frustrating bad. Atari, yeah, no, I didn't have an Atari. I didn't have a console until, just for financial reasons, really. I didn't have a console until PlayStation 2 was my very first console that I owned myself. Space Invaders, yeah. But we, absolutely, and Space Invaders was a great Atari game. I tended to play it in arcades. Again, actually having to go up and get out of your house. Low-res graphics have gotten popular again due to the zombie devices, portable phones. Yeah, I'm not a fan of low-res graphics, and I am a graphics snob. I freely admit it, and I will not apologize for it, because I've seen this. I was there for Pong, and Pong has, like 5 pixels? And I've seen things that are so graphically amazing that you almost want to weep. They're so beautiful. So when I see low-res games that are brand new, I'm like, no, you know what? To hell with you. I'm not having it. We have the capability to make amazing-looking games. Please go ahead and do that. Because that's what I want. I will not apologize for that. Spike Low Girl had the original Nintendo. I did not. My friend did. My very first console was the PS2. And I specifically got that because of Grand Theft Auto. What was it? Vice City, whichever one came out for that. They were heavily advertising it, and it just looked amazing. Speaking of looking amazing, it just looked amazing. I have never played this Grand Theft Auto thingamajiggy, but I want it. I want it badly. And I ended up getting a PlayStation 2 to accommodate that. Was AFK. Oh, hang on. You know what? I'm sorry, I'm completely lying. Hang on. Back this up a bit. A bit. Not the PlayStation 2. I had the original PlayStation. That was a complete fabrication. I just mentally took out 5 years of my life and ignored it. Wow. I've been streaming too long today. I've been streaming way too long today. I just literally took 5 years out of my life and threw it in a cupboard and ignored it. And like it never happened. No, I had the original PlayStation. That was my first console, the original PlayStation. I did have a PS2, but the original PlayStation, because that's where I got into XCOM. That's where XCOM happened. And that's what turned me on to turn-based tactical games. I have played so much of the original XCOM so many times. Oh, there's a party. Good. That'll distract from me having to play the game. Jump to that location. Sure, why not? Pench's April 1 Pong game. Oh my god, that was amazing, Willow. That was amazing. That was so well done. I don't know how to promote any more for Penge than what I already do, but I just want millions of people to see that because that was so well done. That was like a game-changing moment. I hate that cliche game changer, but I wish more people had seen that because that was just so expertly produced. Ray J was AFK when we were talking about the G word. Yes, thank you, Mar. Otherwise, my phone goes off again. Cool time lapse shows the popularity on certain websites, shows the rise of the G word. First PC game was Stronghold in 2001. It was great. I actually have been kind of, it's funny you mentioned that, I'm kind of messing around with Stronghold 2. I'd like to get a little more into it. It's exactly the sort of game I like. I put maybe a couple of hours into it, but it's yet another one of those games that I just can't find the time to get back into. But I didn't play the original Stronghold, but I have played some Stronghold 2, and I enjoyed it very much. You missed did I miss a Did I Know with Bobcat? Okay, hang on, back it up. Oh, wow, there's like 2 of them. Did you know with Bobcat, the isolation facility that Delta Force used to prepare for their attempt to rescue the Americans during the embassy hostage crisis was used once previously to house the Cuban exiles that participated, in the Bay of Pigs invasion. Yeah, that was a hot mess. Isolation facility was never used again. Hang on, what's that? Oh, a bulk goods trader. A bulk goods trader, yes. And it's one of the ship ones. Okay, good. Mech, where did I put that thing? Wow, nobody's even gotten over here to build this wall. Yeah, go call them. They usually have components. That will be excellent. Centipede and Breakout were other favorites. Yeah, I obviously I played the bejesus out of all of those again. The only one that I still will go back and play is Galaga, because everyone loves Galaga. Galaga is just awesome, but there's so many better games out there. I have very little patience for retro gaming. Okay, what do you got? You have some pigs. We could get some pigs. Oh, you have Labrador Retrievers. Oh, you have dogs. I have to have all of your dogs, because dogs are built-in haulers. Yes, we're buying all of your dogs, and you have no advanced components. You would like to buy an advanced... No, you have one. Oh my god, you have an advanced component. Fantastic. I want an advanced component and as many of your dogs as I can afford, provided they're of different genders so I can make more. I'm going to take your... Wow, you have a lot of dogs. I'm going to take that dog and that dog. And can I afford that dog? I can afford that dog. I can afford a lot of dogs. I can afford quite a few dogs. Is there anything else I want while I'm here? You also have Yorkshire Terrier meat. The heck is going on this planet? Who's killing all the Yorkshire Terriers? I wouldn't mind some pigs. But then again, what if I got to trade off? You know what? I don't need all that bird skin. Have all of that. In fact, you know what? Have... Oh, not all of that. Have all of that and all of that. Okay. The price is coming down here. Price is coming down. You're not having any of my jade, uranium, or plasteel. Absolutely not. You can have... Do I have some, garbage clothes? Yeah. You know what? Nobody seems to want to wear these, so I'm selling off all the clothing. I'll make more. That's how clothes work. And you're not buying my gold. Okay, so we got that down to 233 to them. Do I want to grab a couple of pigs? What would I do with them apart from slaughter them? I'd honestly rather just have another dog, because that's a built-in hauler. Okay, you know what? This is enough dogs. We're going to make more dogs. That's how biology works. So yeah, go ahead and accept that. Duke Nukem game, except Duke Nukem Forever. Played the shareware versions of the first three. I played whatever Duke Nukem was on the original PlayStation because, again, now that I've remembered that 5 years of my life happened, Duke Nukem I played on the PlayStation. Obviously, Final Fantasy VII. I mean, we all played that. And XCOM, I just played the bejesus out of. There were some other minor games that I don't really remember anymore. Doom, not a minor game, but I do remember it. That I played on the original PlayStation. And then when I did end up getting the PS2 was also the same time I got more into PC gaming. Specifically, that was the era when World of Warcraft happened. And that just basically chained me to my PC for ages. And that got me into more PC gaming. That made me explore more PC gaming than I normally did, where prior to that I was, all about the consoles. Because I just didn't know it was available for PC. I had some. I mean, I had, obviously Fallout 2 is a memorable one for me because that kind of got me into... well, the entire Fallout franchise. But Miss Shareware Games, why didn't that business model continue? Worked wonders for Doom and Quake. Haven't played any Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy VII is the only one I've actually played, to my knowledge. Oh, wait, no, I played Final Fantasy Tactics, because, turn-based tactical. But Final Fantasy VII is the only one I think I've played. I've never gotten into any of the other ones, and for no particular reason. It's just... I haven't. There's a lot of games out there. I haven't had time to get to that one. The dogs. I got to make sure that we are training those dogs to do literally everything, especially hauling. Oh, we're going to have dogs back on the property. Excellent. Holy moly, I've been streaming for over 2 hours. Oh god, this has got to end. I'm going to lose my ability to, I'll probably start chunking more time out of my life and forgetting that it happened. So, wow, 2 hours. I'm sorry that you've had to put up with this nonsense for that long. So, I'm definitely going to call the stream there, guys. Final Fantasy, not Fighting Fantasy. One of the two. The one that's got the Japanimation in it. Anyway, Final Fantasy. fighting fantasy. It's all the same thing because I lost my ability to function in my brain right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and say Rhinoceros is a disease and call the stream there. I think, wow, I'm so sorry I put you through all of that, guys. It was 2 hours too long of complete and utter nonsense, but thank you so very much for putting up with that silliness. I say it every single time, but thank you guys so much for coming by. Lars, how does RimWorld compare with Founder's Fortune? I'll let you know when I played more Founder's Fortune. How about that? That's my answer to that. I'm enjoying Founder's Fortune a great deal. I will let you know when I've played more of it and see how we can do a little comparison then. So thank you guys so much. Happy New Year, as Anonapig is saying. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you all have a very safe and happy New Year. Thank you, as always, so much for coming by. I really respect the fact that you give me your time like this. I don't take that lightly. Thank you, Dylan, Willow, all you guys. There's a bunch of people in there, so I won't try and name you all, but thank you so much for coming by. You know where to find me, and we'll do this all again next week. I'm kind of having a hankering. Maybe we'll change up the game. I don't know. It'll have to be something can just do WASD too, because that's how it invariably ends up. Guys, thank you so much. I will see you later. Goodbye, and goodbye.